right, the Lions contingency plan for releasing David Blogg and moving on from Tim Boyle and Oil is Nate Sudfeld. Now, apparently he has some ties to the Rams. All I know, from what I read, he had one passing TD in his career. All right. And one interception, I believe. And no wins as a starter. Now, apparently I also heard on the radio that when the Eagles turned to tanking some years ago, they turned to Nate Sudfeld, and he didn't disappoint. All right? And the backup quarterback position is so vital. You know, you've seen in the Eagles, it was the difference between winning a Super Bowl and not winning one. That's the cause and effect. Winning one and not winning one. A Hosteller in New York, winning one and not winning one. So, and then you also don't have the future at the quarterback position. That's the other crazy thing about it. You don't have no stability there. You got Jared Goff. Nobody believes in Jared Goff. Nobody. And if Jared Goff go down, are you any more comfortable with Boyle and Oil and David Blogg backing up Jared Goff, or do Nate Sudfeld make you feel that much more comfortable than Blogg and Boyle and Oil? No. It's the same stuff. I mean, they could at least brought back Josh Johnson. At least he can run, and you know he got somewhat of a track record in this league. So, like I tell you, man, when they keep hiring these novices like Brad Holmes, you got to give them time, man. He gonna need a whole decade to figure this out. It's the first time he doing anything like this, and what I'm seeing is a repetitive mistake of being a day late and a dollar short. Everybody knew last year when you had Boyle and Oil on the roster and David Blogg that you had, and Jared Goff, we wasn't going nowhere. What the hell happened? We ain't go nowhere. Right? We all knew if you brought Jared Goff in here, you had to surround him with weapons. Everybody knew that but you. You waited a year later to get weapons. You panicked and took Trinity Benson, and now he gone. He didn't make no impact. All right? So, Brad Holmes need to learn how to prioritize these football duties. And your rebuild don't start until you get a quarterback. And they don't have the future, they don't have the present, and they don't have the past on this roster of Stafford being gone, obviously. And bringing in Nate Sudfeld, just because you knew him from the LA Rams, it don't mean that you was better off sticking with David Blogg and Tim Boyle. You know? And you see why I'm so hard on the organization. Obviously, they ain't won. They ain't won. I'm stopping at a green light. Come make this make sense. But he just don't know how to prioritize. Even if you was to go out there and take a fly on Corral, Malik Willis, Pickett, whoever the hell it was, at least you would have had somewhat of some hope behind Jared Goff. Some type of potential. And you can't really get nobody that understands the playbook because the playbook is fairly, tailored towards Jared Goff. Now, I guess you could say, well, they doing a lot of stuff he did in the LA Rams and stuff. You'll know it fine. But if Jared Goff go down, will that translate to wins? Are you comfortable with Jared Goff playing a very long and hard 17-game season? He didn't play anything but one drive this preseason. Oh, we scared to get him hurt. We see why now. And he been hurt the previous 2 years. And part of me was just saying they ain't want to showcase him because he ain't that good to begin with. It's going to be the same shit from last year. Even with more weapons. And those weapons look sexy as hell right now until they get on the field and it ain't working. Not saying it won't work. So, I just don't really understand his thought process with some of these high priorities in this team. Well, he didn't see the quarterback of the future on the team and shit. Man, we don't. I mean, take anybody that you feel semi-comfortable with. It's a second, third round pick, fourth round pick. Y'all didn't blew second round picks like Rick Ross blow through Wingstop chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? They didn't flopped on running back so many times, cornerbacks, safeties, linebackers, injury-prone pass rushers. Right? They didn't miss so many in that period. What the hell if you miss again? What you scared of? They continue to be outside the box on these picks. Guys that was on nobody's fucking draft board, nobody's mock draft, and they don't pan out, and you just like, or if they do pan out and they do play well, they always injured. They always injured. So what is it for you to take a flyer on a quarterback? What is it? Not something about you have to pick them at 2, 3rd round, 2nd round, 4th round, 5th round. Because you got Tim Boyle and David Blood, they were in no round in the NFL draft. They didn't get drafted. Boyle was terrible in the D1 and the AA, whatever Eastern Washington played in. He sucked at Connecticut, he sucked at Eastern Washington. Shit, you was better off going to get Shea Patterson or Brandon Peters or some stuff like that. That's the crazy thing to me. That's the real crazy thing. So no, nobody feels more comfortable with Nate, whatever his name, Sudfeld, as the backup quarterback. Nobody feels more comfortable. And Brad Holmes, aka Day Late $1 short, strikes again. One thing he's gonna be known for is not knowing how to prioritize high priority. That's one thing we can't say. And then he panics and does something worse. Dude, do you understand? The rebuild don't start till you find a quarterback. You don't understand that. And you have to have a capable backup a la Sean Hill, the kid Huntley down there with the Baltimore Ravens. So even if you took a quarterback, you like, well, I don't really see him being a 17-game starter, getting us to over the hump and all of that. Fine. At least you get somebody in there young enough that knows that can continue to learn the system and grow at his own pace. In worst case scenario, if he really turned out you got really 2 quality starters or a quality really backup who can start in this league, guess what? You've seen what happened with Matt Flynn or Jimmy Garoppolo, and you can trade him and turn him into draft compensation. Really good draft compensation. That's the Patriots always done that. Showcase Castle, Garoppolo, Brissett, and then ship them out. Come on, the Lions just don't want to pay nobody, and that's what this whole Brad Holmes shit is about. Jeff Okudah get starting, they don't want to pay nobody. Getting Brad Holmes here, they didn't want to pay nobody who can do the job, who done it before. And this is why people have been screaming, old heads been screaming this for, it feels like a lifetime. The Fords need to sell this team because they don't want to put the money into the franchise the way it needs. People say they sell their cap, it's this, that, and the third. Man, you got to pay the executives, you got to get them a blank check. And that's what it is. You have to get them a blank check. You have to. But I feel no more better about Sudfeld and blogging and oil and bull and oil. I don't feel any better. And I don't know how you could. And I don't feel any more confident about Brad Holmes. He doing the same shit everybody else did when they came to Detroit recently. Come on now. He continues to want to build the defensive line, right? Draft fucking receivers. And he want to build the trenches, and then we end up passing up on other studs. And the blueprint for how Detroit gonna win with the Fords, it's as simple as looking at the Cincinnati Bengals. I said this earlier and I said it again. You need a Joe Burrow. I was listening to 97 on the ticket a little bit earlier. He was saying the Lions just need that special player. They had guys, Calvin Johnson and Dominican Sue. They need a special quarterback, a la Aaron Rodgers, a la Joe Burrows. Guys who can cover up the deficiencies of, personnel issues, and that's what it boiled down to. They doing the same shit they've been doing. I said this is off season for the past since after they drafted Matthew Stafford. D lineman, O lineman. You know what I'm saying? From Taylor Decker. I think a little bit before Stafford was Goster Chair with Taylor Decker, Laken Tomlinson. You can just keep going on and on and on and on. Raleigh Reef, Larry Warford. All really high or pretty good mid-round, first-round picks. Undrafted guys like Adrian Waddle, who's really good, couldn't stay healthy. They've been trying to rebuild both lines of scrimmage, and what have they had to show for it? Shit. Not a damn thing, man. My Chris Tucker voice. At what point are the Fords gonna get somebody in here who they can pay, who's done the job before, who can do the job? Or will they give Brad Holmes a long enough time to learn, make mistakes, learn not to make the mistakes and do the job? Because any person that thought to bring in Jared Goff as the quarterback for this fucking franchise, you already off to a bad start, buddy, in my book. I don't care if you're the brother or the other. You already off to a bad start. Very bad. Very bad. And that's my opinion on it. And people, and the fans are starting to speak with their money, but the difference last year wasn't nobody to come see in Detroit. Who you gonna come? This year I don't really see nobody you come see and say, damn, I want to go. Aiden Hutchinson, cool, but you come to see studs. Like skill position studs. And that's what you come to see. You come to see the Calvin Johnsons, the Barry Sanders, Walter Paytons. You know what I'm saying? The Steve Smiths and guys like that. That's what you come to see. Come see LT, and we see if Aiden Hutchinson can be somewhat like that. But it ain't nobody to come see DeAndre Swift. That nigga always hurt, and people still believe. He can have 1,200 yards. Like, dude, this nigga can play 12 healthy, solid games. He don't even know when he hurt or injured. So it ain't really nobody to go see out there like that. And the fans did that last year. Now, Hard Knocks did exactly what let me say this. I'm gonna make a video on this if I remember. Hard Knocks did exactly what the Lions wanted it to do. Inject excitement into the city about a football team that's not gonna win games. Everybody saying, the Lions are the favorites and all this shit to do well this year, I believe. Dan Campbell's a great talker. He's a great coach. Oh, yeah. Throw your head in the air. Lions doing this. And the Lions are rather work around winning instead of really splitting the bill and winning. If it showed me they wanted to win, they would have paid somebody who's built the football team to build the football team, who had success in this league, won Super Bowls, or came close to winning Super Bowls. Wasn't nobody gonna hire fucking Brad Holmes if the Lions didn't hire Brad Holmes as the GM. Let's be real. Wasn't nobody about to hire them. And then they did the shit backwards. They hired the coach and then the GM, or they do whatever it went. They just put them fools together. They just put them together. And Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell took less money to come to Detroit. I really want this job, man. I mean, shit, wasn't nobody else about to hire you. The Lions, under the force, the Lions will always find a way to win at the cheapest price possible. There you go. That's your tidbit for the day. Shout out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Yeah. Other than that, everything in the link tree. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Anchor, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Peace.